Valentine's didn't go how I planned, and dating with a toddler, let's just say it is different. I just wanted a date, a romantic date with my fiance, but motherhood had other plans. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. If you're new here, my name is Brittany. I make content about faith and motherhood and running my home biblically. And today, that looks like me trying to date my fiance with a toddler. Things look a lot different for us. Trying to date has been a challenge because our village has changed. We lost his mother, who was the main person that we would go to for things like this. And as you guys can imagine, things just didn't go as planned. So, number one, we didn't properly plan our date this week. That sometimes tends to happen, or we kind of forget about ourselves or forget about dating each other as it pertains to like husband and wife or fiance to fiance. In the middle of the week, I found out he actually wanted to make plans with me. I had to try to do things last minute to get myself together, but luckily I've been doing little things to keep my image up, so I didn't have a lot to do. The only thing that I didn't get to do was pick out an outfit, which I really wanted to go shopping and find something nice to wear. I wanted a new outfit and I wanted a new pair of shoes. That didn't happen, but the show must go on. And that's exactly what it did. So I woke up on Valentine's Day and I was just really excited. The night before that, I just wanted to spend quality time with my man and cuddle and just watch TV and watch movies. So I skipped a few things that are really important, especially when it comes to motherhood and raising a toddler. The best thing that you can do for yourself is be prepared, whether that looks like laying out clothes, fixing your hair, picking out your outfit, the list goes on. And I failed to do all of those things. So I woke up around 6 a.m. to get ready to get dressed, but my Velcro toddler had the same plans as me, so he woke up with mommy. So now me getting dressed in a timely manner with a little bit of alone time turned into a whole family affair. Our toddler was running between his father and I for most of the morning. So as I'm getting dressed, doing my hair, doing all the things, you can just imagine the chaos of my child just running around screaming, needing help, needing hugs, needing kisses, needing snack, needing cup, needing boob, needing all the things. And in the midst of this, I'm just wanting to feel like a woman. I just want to feel cute. I want to take a little time for me. So as I'm doing my hair, I ended up putting some soft curls into my hair because I wanted to pay special attention to that detail. Just that's something that's really important to me as a woman. It's a part of my identity, how my hair looks. So I like to wake up and look put together if I can help it. My toddler was sitting on the chair at this moment. He was being very still because it was still quite early. And he was just sitting in his little chair beside me watching his TV show. I had time to still do my skincare, so I made time for that. I put my eye pads on as well as my eye cream because we got to treat these bags because sleepless nights come with the territory. After focusing on skincare, I immediately wanted to change my nails. I pulled out a pair of press-ons that I had. I did a quick clipping and did a quick filing, and I put my press-ons on just to add that little extra oomph to my look. I pulled out my favorite gold hoops that I love to wear. They're really thick. I also put on one of my watches. It's actually broke because I wet it, but it's cute and it went with the outfit, and that's all I had on hand. And then the next thing I did was throw my hair on. Guys, as I was doing my hair, the scene was so chaotic. As I was getting dressed, my toddler was literally running around, running rampant. And not to mention, when you're going on a date or planning to have romantic time with your partner, when it comes to like parenting simultaneously, things can get in the way of that. And I just was like, and I just told myself that today was going to be positive no matter what. I even prayed the night before. I was like, today is going to be positive no matter what. I'm going to keep a good attitude. I'm going to be in good spirits because I know the intention behind what I'm trying to do. So meanwhile, there was a little miscommunication. As I told you guys, we didn't have major plans. We kind of made them last minute. And my fiance expected us to leave the house by 8 a.m. He did not communicate this to me. And at the same time, I expected to leave the house by 10. So I did not communicate that with him either. So as you can imagine, expectations met real life. A little tension rose, but then I just pushed through. Like, I'm getting beautiful for me. I'm getting beautiful for my fiance. I just want to feel like a woman. And even if it means sacrificing some of the plans, if I'm stepping out this morning, I want to look a certain way. I definitely could have been better prepared, but I had to work with what I had, and things happen. So fast forward, we eventually make it out of the house and we end up at my favorite coffee shop, which is Rooted Coffee Shop. There's already so many emotions going into parenting. Parenting in public, you feel anxious, you feel tense, you feel protective. Then you also have the feeling that you're taking your child or toddler or children out of their comfort zone. For me personally, I felt a little guilty that I wasn't on time getting out the house, and now I'm compromising his nap time. So, like, that's just an example. Like, that's when things get a little complicated because what is supposed to be like an intimate, cute date is me feeding a baby that's hollering, trying to escape his little high chair, his daddy trying to intervene, and all the things. So, we're trying to talk and look each other in the eyes and have conversation, and our baby has other plans, and that's okay. So how the coffee date ended, is pretty much my fiance took our toddler outside and let him kind of walk around. And I was pretty much at the coffee table and I finished my drink that I love. I always get a cortado when I go to this coffee shop. So I just, in that moment, I kind of just like smiled and was like, thank you, babe. Thank you for letting me have this moment because I needed it. The coffee shop is for me. He loves coffee, but he's a to go kind of guy. But I like to sit and enjoy and have my mug and just savor my warm coffee or iced coffee, whatever I'm having for the day. And I just appreciate that small gesture. And that's what it looks like. Like, we might not have got to connect and look each other in the eyes and have deep conversations, but he saw, like, you know what, I'm gonna let her have this moment. And to me, that's romantic, that's sweet, that's kind. So I appreciated that. But that was a moment, it was a sweet moment, but it was a brief moment. By the time we left the coffee shop, our toddler was in the car screaming and kicking and fighting for his life because he was fighting his sleep. Just like that, beautiful moment, gone. So, as he's screaming and kicking and doing all the things, I finally get him calm. At this point, we're on our way to the restaurant to go have brunch. And literally in that moment, my fiance was like, we're just going to get food to go and we're going to go home and just put him to bed, let him get some sleep, and just, cancel the rest of the day. By this time, I'm frustrated too, but I also just was like, you know what? It's cool. That's fine. And I just felt peace. I wasn't happy with it, but that's like motherhood. It's not always going to go your way. So I was just like, okay, this is what today is going to be. Like, it's been like this. So what's new, I remember just sitting, and as we approached the restaurant, Soren started like drifting off to sleep. Literally, he closed his eyes and fell asleep when we pulled up to the restaurant to order our food to go. And I just felt like God was answering my prayers. I was like, I really need connection. I really need to feel like a woman. And I really miss my partner. Like, I miss that intimacy, that connection. I miss all the things. I miss dates. I love my baby. I love my toddler, but I miss his daddy. So I just remember praying the night before, and I was just like, let tomorrow just go peacefully, because I was already anticipating things to go wrong, but I prayed about it, and I was just like, pray that everything goes well. So it's like God was throwing me a bone. Literally was just in that moment looking out for me, I feel. Looking out for us, because at the end of the day, we need things too. A couple can't survive without that connection. Like, it just can't happen. So I felt like he was meeting our needs as we were getting ready to meet our toddler's needs, as well as put him first and cancel our date. So I just thought that was like right on time. And I was just like, thank you, God. I said that to myself. And to make matters even better, he was calmer by the time we got to the restaurant. My fiance had kind of chilled out a bit. I was like, let's just keep Soren in the seat as we go into the restaurant. just so we don't wake them up, moving them to order the food. Y'all, when we went into the restaurant, excuse me, it was the most peaceful, quiet, calm environment for a sleeping baby. And this restaurant is usually packed for brunch, usually packed. And I knew that could be a problem, especially for Soren. And as we walked in the door, he was like, maybe we can sit. And I was like, yeah, we can sit. Let's just get a booth. We put Soren in the booth, and our date continued. And that was just so exciting and so nice, so sweet. And I'm going to try to insert clips. Of us because I got a little bit of footage, but I really stopped filming at this point. I didn't film past leaving the house because I was just wanting to enjoy the moment and savor the moment. And I know you guys can understand. Our breakfast was amazing. It was quiet. It was peaceful. So I'm just so appreciative of that. God giving us that moment because we needed it. And it was so interesting. Like, I looked around the restaurant and I noticed that there were other parents that were dating with toddlers and babies around us and in the restaurant. And I immediately could relate to them. I just was like, immediately went into a mindset where I was like, I wonder how their morning went. I wonder what it took to get to this moment because I know what it looked like for me. And some of the moms were dressed up. Some of them looked like they just say, you know what, we're just going to get this day going. I just relate to them off of the simple fact that they were dating their husbands or fiancés or whoever with their child. I knew some of those moms wanted to get extra dressed up that morning and chose their kids instead. I knew that a few of them did choose that. So I'm so glad that I took the time to get myself together. I took the time to do my hair, do my makeup, put the outfit on. I'm just glad I did that because I needed that. I needed that moment to feel like myself, to feel like Brittany, not somebody's mom. After seeing that, I looked over at my fiance and I was like, we're not the only parents here that's on a date and who had to bring their toddler with them. He was like, yeah. I was like, and I told him, I was like, I can relate to those moms. I was like, I'm just so glad that I took the time to get myself dressed this morning. And he said to me, he was like, you should always take the time to get dressed. And I just laughed to myself, like, sir, were you not just present in the house, seeing what it takes and what it looks like for me to get dressed with our baby? And I didn't say anything. I just laughed. And that's like such a full circle moment because it sounds nice, but it's not always the reality and it's not always an option. Being a mother doesn't stop us from being a woman. It doesn't stop us from wanting connection. It doesn't stop us from wanting intimacy. It doesn't stop us from wanting romance. Being a woman is first in our identity. Motherhood is important, but it's not all of and only who we are. I hope you feel seen. I hope you feel validated. I hope you feel heard. I feel better just talking about it with y'all. But I want to close out the video and just say that we did not go shopping. We finished brunch and we decided to go home because we were exhausted, as you can imagine. And I just say that to say I'm glad we were able to connect. We're good. We're happy. We're in love. That's not the problem. It's just, the problem is trying to be in love and romantic and intimate and intentional and all these things is a little more challenging when you are a parent, especially to a toddler. So there's a bit of sacrifice there, but it's just the season that we're in and we continue to push through and we will push through. Being a couple isn't hard, but parenting while doing so is, and that's just the truth. That's just the reality of it. And to not be off-putting to anyone that's not in that season of life where they're actually parents, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just a real thing. So I'll just leave that there. And I'm not complaining. I'm just very observant and just real as far as like where I'm at in life and the place that I'm at in life. So dating is just one of those things that's really important to me. I'm engaged to be married. I have 34 days until my wedding, and dating, especially intentionally, and dating my fiance is just something that I'm going to always strive and continue to do, and it's something that I need as a woman, and I'm not going to feel guilty about that. I love my child. I love my life, and I love my man. Okay, and I have needs. You have needs. If you're a mom, you have them. Don't deny yourself those things. Everyone will be okay in the end. Thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, like, comment, and subscribe, and even comment down below if you are feeling led to.